Hi there, La Jolla UMC family. I may have mentioned this past Sunday that I'm going to Hawaii this week, and yet ministry continues, and our impact as La Jolla UMC on our community continues. And so I pre-recorded this video because, well, the work continues. There was lots of work to be done preparing for my time away, and this is part of it. Here's the information that I think that is important for us to consider. First of all, this congregation continues to have a heart for Pastor Derek and for his family, and we are continuing to care for him and will continue to do so. I'm working on something, in fact, that might be just one more avenue for ways that we can continue to care for Pastor Derek. I hope that you're continuing to write notes and cards, maybe even getting an Uber Eats gift card for Derek and his family. I hope you're continuing to do that. Let's keep doing that and caring for them. But I also want you to know that just in the same way, on a week while I'm away, that ministry continues. While Pastor Derek is seeking healing and recovery, ministry continues. And on my own, I've struggled to try to care for children and families and young adults in ways that were roles that Pastor Derek was stepping into. So, here's the information, especially that I want to make sure that you hear from me. In consultation with our staff parish relations committee, with the bishop and the superintendents, they are considering whether or not another associate pastor might be appointed to La Jolla UMC. This is an ongoing and important conversation. I want you to know that our church has had input and has decided that, yeah, it would be a good thing in this time period to have someone appointed to help do the ongoing ministry at La Jolla UMC. Now, we don't really know what that's going to mean in terms of, does this mean Pastor Derek will never come back to us? It doesn't necessarily mean that. Does it mean that someone will be appointed for a time and then Pastor Derek will return? Maybe. But to be honest, friends, we don't know. We don't know what is in the future for us as La Jolla UMC. We don't know quite what's in the future for Pastor Derek. What we do know is that if the bishop and superintendents decide to appoint someone as an associate for La Jolla UMC, this does not mean that we will stop caring for Pastor Derek. It does not mean that we will stop sending notes and buying Uber Eats cards. I believe that our hearts are big enough to welcome an associate pastor, if that is the discernment of the bishop and the superintendents, and to continue to care for Pastor Derek. Now, none of this is a sure thing. We just don't know what's going to be decided. We don't know how God will guide the bishop and the superintendents. I have faith that God's Spirit works and will guide the bishop and the superintendents as God has continued to guide us. And as God continues to guide us, we continue to have work to do in our community. May God empower us and strengthen us and open our ears and hearts for God's call so that we might continue to do the work that is before us. If you have questions about any of this, if you'd like to speak with any member of our SPRC, you are invited to do so. If you'd like to have a conversation with me, you're invited to do so. But please wait till I get back from Hawaii. Grace and peace to you, my friends.